Welcome to Global Indy. I'm Jane Gelhausen, Director of International and Cultural Affairs for the City of Indianapolis. Mayor Ballard is passionate about making Indy a welcoming and inclusive city that is recognized worldwide. This Global Indy segment is designed to highlight Indy's international initiatives. Today we are featuring Indianapolis conventions that attract international delegates. With me, I have Leonard Hoops, President and CEO of Visit Indy. Welcome, Leonard.
Thank you.
Well, Visit Indy hosts many conventions each year, and in fact, Indy was recently named the #1 convention city in the country. So congratulations.
Thank you.
Can you give me some examples of conventions that draw international delegates?
You know, we draw about 40 to 50 major conventions in Indy every year, and the vast majority of them have some level of international visitor components. Some have more than others. There's a couple that jump out to mind for me. One of them is the Fire Department Instructors Conference, FDIC, which comes to Indy every year. Their international attendance has grown so steadily over the years that beginning next year, they're actually going to have an international lounge at the show. They've got firefighter instructors from all over the world now coming to this show here in Indy. Another one that stands out is PRI, the Performance Racing Industry Show. Obviously, Indy is the epicenter of racing, and so not all racing suppliers or buyers are going to be North American based, and so we've got a lot of both exhibitors and attendees from PRI coming. And one other area that jumps out at me is the religious market. So there's a lot of religious conventions that will come to town that have got significant international attendance. One of them that will be coming in 2020 is the Seventh-day Adventist International Convention, and they're going to be, we're expecting as many as 50 different countries of representation coming to that convention in Indy.
Wonderful. That sounds really great. Do you anticipate the international attendance for U.S. conferences to grow going forward?
I'm pretty bullish on the international attendance growth in America, and the reason is that the United States has really stepped up its efforts in the last 5 to 10 years in making it easier for international attendees to get here, streamlining visa processes where you don't have ridiculous wait periods in order to get to get your visa to America. There's something called Brand USA that's been created just in the last 5 years that promotes the United States as a visitor destination, and so even though that's more tourism oriented, the fact that more and more international eyes are going to be able to see these marketing messages are going to increase the likelihood that somebody wants to actually come to a convention in the United States and in Indy.
Great. Well, we definitely welcome all those international delegates. Yeah. Prior to coming to Indianapolis, you've lived in San Francisco, Sacramento, and San Jose. How would you compare Indy to those cities in terms of what we offer in the way of global diversity and our global connections?
Well, I think Indy is really underestimated by a lot of folks outside of this area in that way. There's, I kind of joke around sometimes that if you were to take, if San Francisco and Sacramento had a child, it would probably look a lot like Indy because we have a lot of the best of both elements. Sacramento's got a livability and a quality of life factor that Indy has that I don't think San Francisco has from living there. But San Francisco's got a cultural and diversity level that Sacramento doesn't have that I think an Indy does have. And so I think we really have a lot of the best of both of those cities. And you can really see it when you go visit companies like Eli Lilly or Roche or Dow Agro, and you get a taste of just how diverse our population is here in Indy.
Great. Many folks may not know that you were born on the island of Trinidad. And so I think that's a pretty interesting fun fact, but it also illustrates that today the world is very connected and Indy is very connected to all aspects of globalization. So why do you feel like it's important for Indy to focus on being recognized as a global city?
Well, I certainly feel comfortable here, and I'm just your typical English, Irish, Indian American born in Trinidad. My father's side of the family is from Kansas. My mom's side of the family, for many generations ago, is from India. And I think that anytime you have a community where diversity is welcomed and championed and appreciated, you're going to have a situation that is going to be much more long-term sustainable for success in terms of recruiting talent for different employers, in terms of how people get along in a community and therefore the quality of life that they perceive. And I think it's absolutely the fabric of what makes Indianapolis, and it's the fabric of what makes America. If it was with the exception of the Native Americans themselves, we are a country of immigrants and diversity, and I think Indianapolis, somewhat surprising to people who have not been here or spent a lot of time here, is absolutely reflective of that diversity.
So thank you, Leonard, for your work at the Convention Center and your entire team for bringing an international focus to the city of Indianapolis.
Great to be here. Thank you.
Thank you for joining us for this segment of Global Indy. Indy's global diversity touches all aspects of life. We engage with the world through business, arts, sports, international students, our food, festivals, and more. To learn about how you can be part of Indy's global community, sign up for our newsletter at indy.gov, like us on Facebook, and follow us on Twitter. Thank you for joining us today, and we'll see you next time.